Hey, this is Jorge from TeamJVS and giving you another quick rundown and just to throw it out there on the legend of Vox Machina. These will no longer be spoiler free. I will be talking about it in depth. So definitely, if you haven't seen these episodes, do not watch this. Unless you really want to and you want to spoil it. But at that point, that's on you. I gave you the warning. Definitely not spoiler free moving forward. So episode 1 ends with, kind of seeing how this blue dragon is going to be the villain of this adventure. So this episode starts off with the blue dragon just destroying this army, just being extremely ruthless. This actually, which Amazon is playing very well to this. This reminded me a lot of Invincible, where just tons of blood and gore, and you're kind of looking at it and it's something you don't expect from a cartoon. So that obviously is going crazy, and you kind of get that flash of it, and then it jumps back real quick over to the king in the castle, and you kind of see how Vox Machina comes back to the castle, and they kind of start hearing, at the end of the day, hearing how the there's this threat, and obviously they show them like this giant treasure chest. So the king wants to send this entire army and bring the fight to the dragon, and instantly the whole team is like, whoa, there's this ginormous like treasure, like we'll handle it for you. So they kind of start going and trying to hunt this dragon down. When they were at the meeting with the king, something that was very interesting was that one of the characters, I think it was Vex, she was kind of feeling, in a sense, kind of this sensation that someone there is bad. And they kind of start being the typical rogue who's sneaking through like the castle and all that, trying to figure out like what is this person hiding, or like what are they trying to find. So they're going through and they think it's one person, and next thing you know, that person dies, and it's Creed, who's the general, and he's the bad guy, which you do not see that coming. But this kind of goes to show you, kind of in the D&D world, how you don't judge a book by its cover. Just because someone looks evil doesn't mean that they're evil. So I thought that was a cool twist, and kind of seeing the general just kind of like run and seeing them kind of chasing them, and once again going into this magical portal that transports them to another location. And then next thing you know, the general is a freaking dragon. Like the general morphs into this blue dragon, and it is awesome. Just seeing them fight, seeing the way that they handle this dragon and the treasure and all this was phenomenal. So while this is happening, the team is obviously working and doing what they need to. They kill the dragon, and then next thing the barbarian ends up like ripping one of the dragon's tooth out just to prove that like they killed the dragon. So they go back to the king, show them. The king is flabbergasted, extremely excited. They get the approval, for killing the dragon, and they give him, this treasure chest. So the whole Vox team is just over the moon. When they go to open it, basically it has 3 keys and a scroll, which is like the typical like DM move of like, oh, you thought you were done? Like, no, you're not done yet. So from there, they see the scroll, the 3 keys, and the king basically gives them, like a house, shelter, and all that stuff. And then this episode starts winding down, and you kind of see this new, I guess, villain appear. And it's basically this, it almost looks like, a count and countess just driving through. They get stuck because there's, I guess, some stuff in the way of their horse and carriage. And these guys go to rob them, and within 2 seconds, this count dude just destroys like literally destroys this like, you know, little gang of people who showed up there, which, you know, I think was the last thing they were kind of hoping to see. But the episode kind of ends, you know, kind of you know, not introducing them, but just showing you these two characters, and they were heading towards the castle. So definitely looking forward to episode 3 and seeing where they're gonna take this. Like where are they going? You know, who are these people? And we can go from there. But yeah, overall, still loving this series. Very much. If you're into like Critical Role or anything like you know what you're getting into. But this is highly suggested. Still 2 thumbs up on this one. And yeah, looking forward to episode 3, and I'll check back once I'm done with episode 3.